Everybody wants to know how God used a security guard at a bar to convict me. So what had happened was I went to this bar with like a few friends. We went in there and it was like all fun and games. We had a little section. So my motto back in the day was like, well, as long as like I'm in a little group of my friends and I'm minding my business, like out of the way of other people, then I'm fine. Like obviously I'm not really in sin like that. So I get in there and I remember just like halfway through, I was like looking down from like the top level and I just saw so many people like dancing and like making out, all the stuff. And I remember just, I feel like I heard the Lord kind of nudge me like, oh my goodness, like this is, you're in here and nobody knows that you belong to me. And I remember in that moment, I remember like looking at the door, people coming in, and I was like, what if Jesus was to walk in? Would I mesh in with everybody else? Or would he be like, daughter, come with me? Like I should be standing alongside Jesus to bring the good news to the people, not him coming in to think I'm part of the people he needs to give the good news to. And then we go outside and the security guard talks to our friend and then I respond back. And then I don't remember how it went. At the time in 2022, I wasn't like, I was evangelizing, but I wasn't like evangelizing. Like I knew God called me to evangelize. I've always had, since I became saved, I knew God had to give me that passion to share the gospel, but I wasn't really like, it was a thing for me, but it wasn't as frequent as I do now. So I think he said something and then we just went on. And I remember at the time we were like talking to him. We were telling him about Jesus, and my friend then tagged along and then she's talking to him with me. Just I telling him about Jesus. Like we were telling him the gospel, we even prophesying over him. At the bar that day, I think it was closing. So it must have been like 1 a.m. or something, or 2 a.m. I don't remember. While we were talking to this guy, like the bar was closing, so everybody was coming out and like so many people, it was so loud. And then we just kept talking to him, and then after we were like, can we pray for you, like we're about to go. So imagine this in your mind, everyone's coming out yelling like drunk with their boyfriend, like all tipsy, and you see two girls with a huge security guard in front of a bar, and we're like hands on him like, Jesus, we just pray over this guy, all this stuff. I think one thing that really shook me too is when he asked me if I was sober. You know, when he asked me that, he basically was like, girl, what are you doing here then? You know, and I just felt like, ugh. We were yelling because everybody else was like yelling coming out. And I remember just being like, yeah, I know you are not called to be in this, but you're called to be set apart. And